All right, how you doing today? It's an exciting day. The undercoating on the truck bed is done, and today's the day when we get to try to flip it over. So, is it going to be a massive fail or a success? So, as far as the undercoating goes, I just used spray cans, rattle cans, and sprayed it on. As simple as that. Nothing fancy, just something to hopefully help protect it a little bit. Okay, I think I mentioned in one of the other videos that the way I picked this up was to hook a chain onto the cargo tie downs that are underneath they're underneath the bed right now, but they're in the corner of the truck bed. And I get the chain as tight as possible so it doesn't have a lot of slack in it and come up, so the hoist doesn't hook on up here. I want the hoist to hook on down here. That way I have enough clearance in the garage to flip it over. So to connect the chain to itself, I use the quick links. These, you can definitely screw them closed so you have a secure lock and it's not going to go anywhere. Now at some point it's going to come up off of the dolly that I made underneath. When it does, I'll slide that out and get it out of the way. Or the dolly will come out on its own. How do you like that? One thing about these chain hoists, the further off to the side you pull the chains, the more they like to bind. They're really made to lift from right underneath of them, but we can see that right underneath of them might be sort of like a deadfall trap. All right, what do you think of that? That's one way to flip a truck bed over. It may not be the right way, it may not be the only way, but it's one way. Okay, let's take a look at the bed, see what it looks like. Don't forget to subscribe to get updates on this project, and I have a lot more planned in the future for this truck, so it should be exciting. But let's take a look at this. 1/8 inch diamond plate. It started out as a 5x10 sheet. Unfortunately, from here over to here was a little over 4 feet, so I couldn't use a 4x8 sheet, so I had to use a 5x10 sheet. But behind the cab corners, behind the wheel wells, we looked at it from underneath. It's still spot welded. It needs filled in and then rhino lined. Now the seam, it needs dressed up, grinded down, and caulked. have quite a gap there that I'm gonna have to take care of. It'll get filled in one way or another. And then I still need to dress up here. This is where that second piece got welded in. The one thing I did not show was the holes for the bed mount bolts. I drilled those with, I took a lot of measurements before I started, and I drilled those with an 1/8 inch bit and then a step drill bit. And we're gonna all hope that they ended up in the right spots. Otherwise the bed might be sitting on there crooked. So yeah, still quite a bit of work to do on the joints there before the bed liner goes in. Yeah, overall, I'm really happy with the way it came out. I think it's gonna work out nice. We're gonna definitely clean that rust up before the bed liner goes in. One note I wanted to make was that I made a mistake. I drilled the 2 center bed bolt holes, but I flat out forgot to drill the 2 in the back and the 2 in the front. But that's all right. I think I can either lift it up on the ends and drill the holes, or possibly even drill them from the top. I might have to drill a pilot hole down underneath, but it's really no big deal. I think it'll all work out just fine.